welcome to yet another program in the series The Focal Point. My name is Bat Kakoza. At least every able-bodied person on earth is obliged by nature to engage in some form of activity to earn a living. Some form of livelihood involves dishonesty, while the other is the ideal straight. But there is the other category that evokes embarrassment when associated with it. One such trade is prostitution. Now join me as I take you on an insight into the lives of some of the sex workers, why they do it, how they do it, the risks and the benefits. Kampala City, a very vibrant city by day. The city whose population is estimated to be over 1.5 million people by day. It is a huge number of people. Busy streets, busy offices with everyone trying to do something to earn a living. This is the daytime Kampala we know. An aerial view of Kampala by night. As night falls, the biggest population leave the city for their homes. Some stay within the city center, while others leave for the peripheries and even beyond. However, as the curtain of darkness falls over Kampala, it does not necessarily mean the end of the day for everyone. Some people wind out the day by visiting the numerous pubs, nightclubs, and several other night spots. Here there is a lot of drinks and entertainment to beat off the day's stress. For some people, it is the beginning of yet another busy shift, if not the actual beginning of their first shift. For most of these people, these places are not spots for winding down the day. It is their workplace where they try to earn their income. These people are the sex workers, or to use a softer and polite term, the girls of the night. Places like Kabalagala and Kansanga are popular spots for these girls. But who are these girls and how did they start? Grace Mirembe, not her real name, was a night girl for a number of years until she realized one day that this was not the kind of life she was going to have for the rest of her days on earth. She quit. But what drove her into prostitution?
When Mommy died, Daddy remarried. And this woman is a Tanzanian. And she is barren. So apparently she used witchcraft. Well, some people think witchcraft is not there, but it's there. It's real. So like she used witchcraft to influence Daddy to turn against us. And slowly by slowly, one of my brothers died, then another one, then my baby passed away, and Daddy forgot all about me and our last two bonds. And like, he couldn't pay school fees for my last two bonds. And when my mom was dying, she told me, no, you've got to take care of your brothers. So it's like I could look at these boys. They want to go to school. They've got nobody to help them. Dad is in the kitchen cooking. This other woman is now the man in the house. Got disgusted and I took off to the streets. It was like I just decided, no, let me go off to the streets and like whoever I find will maybe give me $100, $50. I wasn't ready for the streets. I wasn't like prepared, but it was just impulsive. I went. I was 21 years old when I hit the streets, when I decided to go on the streets, when I left home. My motivation was not really earning money for myself, but my brothers to go to school, to finish up their education, and for me to leave my father in peace, because I'd gotten into much fighting with this woman and she was like telling me, I'm going to finish you up like the rest. So I would ask myself, where am I going to leave my other younger brothers? And Daddy would also like convict me and find me guilty. I mean, he would like condemn me. So I had no chance. I had to go.
Each of these women have a specific reason that forced them to come to the streets. Sara Namuli, not her real name, has been in this business for 2 years now. She claims she was forced into it following the detention of her husband.
What do you do?
I'm just selling myself.
Yeah. Why do you sell yourself?
Because of the following problems.
Which problems do you find?
My husband is arrested.
Yeah. Where?
He left me with 2 kids. They are twins.
Where is your husband?
He's there at Zilla upper prisons.
So he's. So how many children do you have with him?
2. They are twins.
Okay. How old are they?
They are now 2 years and a half.
Okay. So your husband was arrested for what?
Okay, he was working there at Nakasero. Problems of firearms.
Firearms. That's okay. So you don't have to tell me the names because I don't want to know about it. That's right. So when did you start doing this?
In 2002. In 2001.
Okay.
Irene Nakato, not her real name, has 3 kids. She says the father of her kids died and left her with the responsibility of looking after them. That's why she took to the streets.
Anti nze nkubuulidde ensonga lwaki nali nsuzibwa nina omwana bangoba nga ne sabbuuni ow'ekikumi musaba busabi omuntu n'agula kasabbuuni ka 10 n'ayozesaako nange n'ampa ne musaba.
Naye lwaki totunda obuntu ng'abantu batunda buswiti?
Anti kati ne capital sigirina.
Naye z'okola lwaki tosavingako n'osavinga
kwa kati nze nkugambye njagala bangi bannaffe yakuganze mugoli wano wepankira na wano nenze n'obwamala yambuzimbyemu enju mbange namuzimbira nagula poloti biki. Kati n'olaba ng'oli kyakuvumye kiba kikola ki kikuluma naawe yagala okyetuuseeko.
These women fall into various categories depending on age, experience and looks.
There are 4 different types of categories, prostitutes, yeah? I mean, there are these very young ones that from 9 years to call it 14 years, yeah? These are girls that, you know, their fathers or their mothers are dead. These are orphans. They are forced to be there. Or these are kids that have been molested by their parents. So they are forced to go there. Now then we have the second group. They're from the 14 to 19. Those ones, not the real thing, yeah? Those ones are now the people that have got the experience. Then the 19 to 25 are these people that are real in it. They know how to get the money, they know how to bully the others, they know how to, to shake a man, to threaten him, to use him, to tell him, give me this, give me the money I need. If you don't, I also do this, yeah? Then we have the 4th one, that's the old persons. Find a person that's, Victoria, you're young. The people who are very old, yeah, that go out there. Why? Because they want young men, they seduce young boys. So the reason they go there is to seduce young boys, not really to they don't want to be with their husbands, but they go and buy the young boys and, use them, take them to their homes, and my husband is away, you can have my bed and all that kind of stuff. So it goes on and on and on.
Prostitution is believed to be the oldest trade on earth, and it is worldwide. But who are these men that use services of these women?
The ambassadors. The ambassadors. There were professors. There were doctors. There were high-ranked, military people. There were ministers. Everyone, every kind of life. Even local people would come. But what amazes me most is that most of our clients, customers, were high-ranked persons, like magistrates. You find a magistrate is coming to buy a prostitute, you find a pastor is also there, and an ambassador is also there. He's come to buy you, and when they favor you, I mean, if you're their favorite, they'll keep coming and coming and coming.
Certainly, the business of prostitution is a very risky one. Apart from standing in the cold nights, being bitten by mosquitoes and braving the rains, there are two other major risks involved: molestation by the clients and diseases.
It's very, very bad. I mean, out there's humiliation. The men humiliate you. There are diseases like, AIDS, syphilis, and girls die and are thrown out of this is real. They're thrown out of the hotel. Their bodies are thrown out of the hotels into dust pits, whereby your parents will never know that you're dead, or they'll keep on asking, where's my daughter, where's my daughter? Beat. They hang you on a wall, they beat you up. I mean, they bring these dogs, and I've been humiliated so much that I look at all men as brutes. Though I'm seeking for help from them, I wouldn't like a man to come and tell me I love you. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't actually sound like a word to me. It's meaningless. Somebody telling you I love you, what's the meaning of love?
Then there is the police, who hound them and take their hard-earned money.
Olusikati obeera oli eyo otambula onoonya 10 poliisi n'ekugwako bano ba patrol n'akugyamu omutwalo 5. Kati esente ezo zaali badde zinyamba n'omwana wange oba n'ensasula ennyumba. Okira nange kiba kinnuma. Ekyo ekintu nze ku lwange nange mba njagala tukole ki?
Bapoliisi babakwata bulijjo. Bulijjo bajjawo ne babakwata.
Kati ate nnaku ekukwata oba oli awo oluusi oli mu mmotoka n'omusajja mwogera ogenda okulaba bazira. Mutuwe 5,000, ate mutuwa 5,000 tugende. Bw'obawa ssente nga babivaako. Kati ate ssente omusajja ze yalimpadde nange mmale ebizibu byange. Era n'ekyamba nina okudda lwa nsonga saafunye ssente. Abapoliisi baakoze ki? Baazitutte.
Kati bwe babakwata mbuire ekyo bwe bakwata omusajja bakusanga n'omusajja mbuire ekibaawo.
Kati era bakutwala ne bakugala tukutwala ku poliisi tuwe ssente.
N'omusajja oba
zitwagala. Babakwata mwenna. Oba oluusi omuwala bamugamba gwe dduka. Ne basigaza omusajja kuba bamwagalamu ki? Ssente. Kakati ate gwe jjukira mu badde ogenda okujja 10.
Although most of them know there is AIDS out there are some who are not well knowledgeable about how it is transmitted.
Most prostitutes never get AIDS. Why? Because they don't sleep with just one man in a night. Now they sleep with about 5 men, yeah? So, one man comes with AIDS, he sleeps with you. After 10 minutes, you go sleep with another man. That's part of the virus going out. So you just taking it out. Then tomorrow you go in your periods and let out some bit of blood, and that's some of it again going out. So it's very rare for a prostitute to get AIDS, but they do get AIDS.
What protective? What if the man insists and says he doesn't want to do it without a condom?
Yes, we found them, but if it is like that, we said no, I will not afford that.
Yeah, but if you need money, what do you do?
I just leave that one. I go to another one, one who likes the condom.
But there is also another possibility of this man forcing you, using you by force.
He can force me, and I shout so that they can help me in the hotel.
That's right. Yeah. But isn't that a very risky business?
It is risky.
Yeah. So how many men do you think you go with in a night?
A night.
The maximum you can go with?
Me. So if I got a man who wants short time, I can go with 3.
Yeah, that's right. Are there some who ask you to take them home and spend the night with them the whole night?
Some they wanted that, but we decided to leave that one home.
Yeah, why?
We leave home.
Why?
Okay, they mistreat us.
Yeah. Tell me some of the mistreatment they do to you.
Okay, if they gave you the money, they think that they have already paid even your life.
Yeah.
You can go with a certain man whom you don't know. He takes you at the home of him, and you do so.
Yeah.
Then the man told you, do you want condom? I said, no, I want condoms. What about you? For me, I will not do so.
Yeah.
So you brought me here for sex.
Yeah.
You gave me the money. You don't want condoms. So what to do? You start quarreling. You start quarreling with that man.
Yeah.
And you know he's a customer.
Yeah.
You go back and said, I will not quarrel with you. If not that, let me go back. You will not go back. I want you for life.
Yeah.
Some they are army men. They can harass you like.
Can he rape you? Have they ever tried to rape you?
They can. I went with a certain man. He's a soldier up there at Buganda Road Court. Buganda Road, whatever. Flats.
Yeah. That's where he lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man, even I fighted with that man for a long time. Even he was having condoms aside
but he wanted
of his bed. Yeah. Even me, I was having one, but I didn't know whether I have the one.
Yeah.
The man was having, but he wanted me to play sex with him without condom.
Yeah, that's right.
By the way, that day.
So what happened finally?
At last, the man brought the condom where he was hiding it.
Do you carry condoms yourself now?
I carry.
Do you have them with you now?
Just I have alive just now.
Okay. So what you buy from the time when you get the customer?
Yes.
Okay.
While others simply cannot either resist the money or simply have no control over the transactions.
Other girls, when they're told, don't use condoms, these men, these men come and are so aggressive. They will tell you, I'm not giving you my $200 unless you throw that condom away. So if you are really desperate and stupid enough, you throw away that condom. Why? Because you want that $200, which is going to cost your life. I mean, I'm very glad I escaped all that.
But how lucrative is the business? Is it worth it?
So you said how much money do you make per day if it's a lucky day?
Okay, you can get 30 when you get one man to go with for a whole night.
Yeah, that's right. And then sometimes when you don't get, are there times when you come and you don't get any chance?
Yes, you can get.
There are days you come and you don't get.
Yes, there are days you can come and you don't get.
So what do you do? How do you get back home?
You just deceive the taxman that it's like this and this, then they take you.
Okay.
I started by standing on the streets, Then gradually I came to learn that if I stood on the streets, I'll not earn anything. Now when you stand on the streets, that means that you're going to earn $20, $30. But if you go to a hotel, now you're a chief, chief prostitute. I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you, you're a chief prostitute, That means that you're a step ahead, step higher than the others. Because in a hotel, there are many, many chances of getting more men. These ambassadors will come to your room and go away. Then in comes the minister and he'll go away. But on the streets, they don't know where to take you. If they found you in a car with an ambassador, what would the ambassador's name be like? Tinted. During the day, you go to sleep. Then at night, you start off again.
Salima Namusoke, not her real name, got into the trade after her husband went to London on Cheyo. She was left with the responsibility of looking after their 3 children. It is 1 year now. He has never sent her a coin.
Kati mulimu olunaku lwojja nkugambye oyinza n'okutambula n'omala wiiki nga tafunye yadde ekikomo. Kuba kati bino biseera bya kisiiba abantu abasinga baavu tebalina ssente.
In order to succeed in the trade, one is expected to develop a high level of negotiating skills.
Waliwo osasula oba ssente mmeka ne tugendawo. Oba omuwala yandagiriddewo wali tino musobola okugenda.
Okusula ate?
Okusula awo tebasulawo.
Olina kondomu?
Emu ya 5. Nakuzira kyatambula ne kondomu.
Lwaki?
Mbona abasajja mansula. Asitambula ate babeera nazo.
Abasula? naye kati nkoze ntya
akubanga oyinza okujja nosanga abantu tabagala oba ojja kukomawo oli shuwa okomawo ng'oyanguyeyo ojja kunsanga naye olonaba nga toyanguye osimanyi
ntunda nti lwadde oteesa oti
agamba sente meka
shoti 15
ezo zonna
gwolinamu
aye ndowooza nti shoti oli ku 12
ate loogi onoogiwa mmeka
loogi yeeruwa eyo wano waliwo loogi yeekoze wa
weeri wali nawali eri wansi
ati okkiriza sente meka bwoba okkiriza loogi
14
2 katukole ku 2
kati biro gyogenda kupoza loogi nze namwe musome
olina kondomu leka tulabe z'olina olina type ki
ate nze ompita musiimi lwaki oyagala oziraba nange
kandabe anti munnange simanyi
omanyi nozikubamu ebituli
mambi nsi
nawe gwoli tayaale mama kati ogande kunya
nawe oli musajja wa kitiibwa nawe weeraba kati 12 oba loogi siti storage.
In spite of many risks in the trade, once one gets involved, it becomes difficult to quit. It is perceived as a quick way of making money to survive on. It is so tempting that they keep on going back.
But can't you do some other job other than this?
We don't get them. But if we get, we can do so.
You can say there are so many people who do other things, like working in salons.
For me, I wanted to get a job, but I was my husband left me with those kids when they are 2 years, 2 months.
Yeah.
So I don't have a house girl. I don't have anybody to assist me.
Yeah.
So I'm father, I'm my mother.
Yeah.
No one to assist me. I can't leave those children were at home and I go to work.
Nze bizibu byange segomba kukaddiira mu amalaaya kyenkikuwulira sebo kubanga ndi mwana wa muntu ate nga abange bonna tebali mu nsi era nga bwenkunnyonnyodde naye nange njagala okubeera nga ndi bulungi nga ndi awo setolinze nga nfuna obusente bwange obumbeezaawo ng'omuntu nemba nga sina kineeralikiriza ku ki mu bulamu bwange nga nemba nga nfuna bulungi buli kimu kyenjagala naye nga ntudde era mwenda omukazi eyevuga mu motoka ennaku enkwata nenga naye nange ndiyevugako bwentyo singa nasoma ogamba nti ngenda mu ofiisi nenkola nefuna ku ssente naye nga nange ekisinga okunnuma ekyenkisinga okwagala kwe kufuna ssente mbiveemu naye simanyi nfuna ntya ssente zenjagala kubanga ate sagala nfune kantuntu kennaagwa oba nenkola ebbala ng'eyo ate neegwa ate nnoonya ssente endala ate nekyensikiriza okudda mu bwamalaaya.
Well, if you think your own job is tough, then it's time to stop and ponder about this girl's job. But all professions involve some form of risk. As the saying goes, no is a task. That's it for this week's Focal Point. Don't forget to tune in 2 weeks from today for yet another exciting topic. Thanks for watching and have a terrific evening.